Kofi has fought incredibly hard. An inhuman effort here tonight. Trying to get back up to his feet somehow. One of the RKO. Cover on the one. Kofi Kingston is going to WrestleMania.
It's Talkamania.
This is the greatest performance of Kofi Kingston's career. Bryan has got Kofi in his sights, and the running knee obliterates Kofi Kingston. Kick out! Kofi Kingston is not going to WrestleMania.
お前何回も勝てると思うねこの野郎
Rusev, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Talkamania. What's up, guys? I'm your co-host Dez here, and I'm here with Bushwhacker J-Bomb. Say hey, J-Bomb. How's it going? Hi.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing mighty fine, my friend. Mighty fine.
So, how's the week been?
Week's been good. We're getting nice weather. Spring. First day of spring today, man.
Yeah, crazy. Awesome.
God, loving it. Yeah, it's nice, man. It's been very bright and sunny out, and we had a very lucky March. I think a month ago we were talking about, we got to do left this March, and we were talking about how it could be a hit or miss, and it could be a nasty one, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So
I'm planning on spending most of, the remainder of March and most of April, apart from WrestleMania, in front of my Xbox playing Apex Legends.
Jeez, I had to rip this guy off his console just to come record tonight.
Dude, I'm late to the party. It's been out, a couple months, I guess?
No, not a couple months. Maybe like a month, 2 months. It hasn't been too long.
Anyways.
That's the thing about this game. It kind of came out of nowhere with not much publicity. It just snuck up there like a ninja, and it's competing pretty hard against Fortnite, I'll tell you that.
Way better than Fortnite. Way better than Fortnite.
Yeah, so J-Bomb's not lying. It's a pretty addictive game. We've been playing it ourselves for the past few days pretty heavily. I'm not a Battle Royale, I guess, shooter survivalist, so I'm struggling to stay alive, but I'm learning, and J-Bomb's keeping me alive in the trenches. And
on the podcast.
And on the podcast. Wait, no, that's not true.
It's better than PUBG. It's better than Call of Duty. Really enjoying it. It's like Destiny meets Players Unknown. I don't know, it's just really well put together. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, well put together. It's fun to play as a team too. And now we have been streaming some sessions. So there's a reason to follow us on Twitch/Talkamaniacs and be a Talkamaniac. Hell, man, come play with us. We're having a lot of fun, man. We're having a lot of fun. I like it.
Yeah. So where else can our listeners get us, bud?
They can listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Make sure to give us a follow on Twitter @_Talkamania. And on the Chair Shot, Full Press Coverage, the Daily Smark, Blog Talk Radio, and BodySlam.net.
And of course, check out our partners over at Full Press Wrestling. That's at FPC_wrestling.
Yeah.
If you want to pick up some merch, that's ProWrestlingTees.com/Talkamania. And like Des mentioned, we are actually live streaming some vids now. Apex Legends, Twitch.tv/Talkamaniacs. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you get to laugh at me a lot because I be dying.
And I never revive Des because I fucking hate him.
Oh, it's true, man. It's true. He lets me just die, and I saved your ass the other night. You didn't say thank you, and just the story of our life. Here we are.
Des, dude, it's episode 99, bro.
Wayne Gretzky episode, man.
Holy shit. Can you believe it? WrestleMania 35 this year. First of all, it's our first WrestleMania. It's our first pay-per-view together. It's going to be a week after our 100th episode, and it's our 2-year Talkamania anniversary.
Holy shnikes, my friend. That is impressive. Though, I will have to say, I think our first pay-per-view together was Survivor Series 19.
Yeah, but we didn't go together, bro. We didn't go
I didn't want to go with you. That's why.
Fuck you too, bro.
Yeah, all right.
But you
yes,
know what?
Super excited. Shut up. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Talkamania is going to be there, and we hope you guys are going to be there too. It's going to be so much fun. I'm stoked that it's flying by the month, and before you know it, we're going to be on our road to WrestleMania.
Well, you know what? We couldn't do it alone. We have a lot of friends that we've met on Twitter. That's the cool thing. It's a cool thing about Twitter. It's a whole bunch of strangers that you consider friends, and then on Facebook you have a whole bunch of friends that you really don't fucking care about. So
I'm rarely ever using Facebook, but I've managed to meet a lot of cool people over Twitter. I will agree. And I hope people within the wrestling and wrestling podcast community are going to be down in New Jersey and New York around WrestleMania time. And I would love to meet a lot of you guys, man, because, man, we love yous. You're the Talkamaniacs that keep the wheels turning.
That's it. And I just want to give a couple shout-outs. I know I'm getting, jumping the gun. We're not quite at episode 100, but 99 to me is just as good. And we couldn't do it without these people. So just quickly, Chris Rucker, Marty, the two boys over at Boot to the Face. We got Take the Bump, JB the Jobber, Irish Whip Podcast, Cape Fabe Chronicles, Warren Hayes, Spees in the Benchmark, Peteopolis, I love that fucking guy. Danny Pond, Smart to Death, Brian H. Waters, Justin Roberge, the dudes over at Full Press, Ian Glendon, and of course Turnbuckle Topics. I mean, with all you guys retweeting, listening, answering questions, it just wouldn't be as fun. And if I missed anybody, well, fuck you.
Yeah, and Peteopolis actually got us on TV not too long ago.
Yeah, he did. MLW sporting the fucking Talkamania merch. We love that guy, man. Holy shit. So let's get into it. We got a lot to cover. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Let's start off with some questions. That's the theme of the week. So let's jump right into it. I threw out a tweet this morning asking people for some WrestleMania questions, and I got one here from actually Peteopolis. And he asks, let's pretend no matches have been announced yet, but if you could book 3 matches for this year's WrestleMania, who do you got?
Oh, I would rearrange WrestleMania completely if I had the chance. It definitely wouldn't look at all like it looks right now, I'll tell you that much.
Well, name one of your matches that you would want.
Well, I mean, again, I've been talking about the WrestleMania card, and it doesn't really feel like an overall WrestleMania card to me. But I'm sure once we get there and, people are coming out the matches, the people are in their seat, the energy, it's going to feel like WrestleMania. But, great question. And, I'm obviously going to have to go towards my favorites here. If I had to, we have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, right? People were like, well, it's kind of a match that was thrown together, but they're getting on board for it, and I'm okay with it too now. But honestly, if I had a chance, I would have that dream match between AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
I know he's not the boyhood dream with the long locks anymore. I'm not sure how good it would end up looking, but I feel like Michaels still has the wrestling ability. In that match at Saudi Arabia, he was the best in the ring, I find it, out of the 4. Triple H obviously was injured, but Undertaker and Kane were like, that was a sad thing to watch. But I think HBK still has it. I think they could put on a hell of a match. I was really hoping with him coming out of Saudi Arabia that he maybe would have another match in him for WrestleMania, but I know he doesn't like those high-pressure kind of matches anymore. So sadly enough, it's not going to happen. But that would be one of my matches. That's definitely for sure.
So you would go with the legends, eh? So you go right
I would pull
to
one
the
legend out. I mean, I know people are all against bringing legends back, part-timers. I get it. But I think we can all get on board and be all right watching another Shawn Michaels match, especially if the last one we watched was the Saudi Arabia one.
Yeah, very bad.
It wasn't the best way to end things off.
All right, well, I'll pick one out of the hat here. I'm going to go with the women's division. We've talked about it on this podcast millions of times. Des is going to love this. It's a no-brainer. Asuka versus Io Shirai. To me, that's WrestleMania worthy. I think it would be a sick match. Doesn't need to be for a title. No difference. Still a good match, regardless if there's a title or not. But throw the title in it, and it's even better. I just think that would be a WrestleMania caliber women's division match.
I know a lot of you guys probably don't know a lot of their prior work, but man, just like, if you're having a bowl of cereal one morning or you're just sitting down and having a drink, flip on one of like Io or Asuka's match or Kairi, or I mean, there's many other Japanese talent as well too, that just their matches in Japan, and it's something amazing, man. I've seen some amazing matches just watching their shit before they came to the WWE. So I know what they can put on, and that would be an amazing match. And it kind of ties into my second one, because obviously I'm an Asuka fan. It's no lie. Surprise, surprise. That was also going to be one of my matchups. And I did put Asuka versus... I basically, for my second one, I would put her in a better program. And on my mind, I thought of a few different combinations. Now, I would totally have been down for having Asuka versus Charlotte 2 this year. I think WrestleMania is missing those kind of things.
Yep.
You know, when we had the Austin and The Rock, Austin and The Rock 2, stuff like that. I think that could be really cool. Maybe giving Asuka the win this time with Charlotte being the heel, Asuka being the face. We could have spent the month working a program between those two women, and it would have been amazing instead of Asuka she wasn't even on SmackDown this week, guys. Come on. And she's going to be put into a fatal 4 or 5-way right now at WrestleMania. It's a joke, guys. Anyways, it would be against Charlotte, or a really special match I think could be amazing. Pull out of retirement, Asuka versus Bull Nakano.
Ooh, you love the legends, eh, bro?
For those of you who don't know, check it out. She was the Asian wrestler with the mohawk back in the day in the WWE. She looks a lot different now. But anyway, she was killer. She was strong. And those two have a little bit of a history. But I think it would have been really amazing, especially right now, because who's a challenger for her? No one really, and it's to that point. It's to that point where they're just throwing people in a fatal 4 or 5-way to get them on the card because there's no real challenger. Well, Io would be one, Charlotte would be one, but fuck, Bull Nakano, or give us that Trish Stratus match they were supposed to have, or it would be better booking for Asuka. That is my second answer with an open-ended response.
All right, I'm gonna go tag team division. I would like to see the Usos versus Chad Gable, and I know we don't like to mention his name on the podcast, but Bobby Roode. I think they could put on a great match. Yes! Chad Gable is amazing.
I'm not ruling out Chad Gable being amazing. I was like, Uso, yes. Usos, yes. Gable, oh yeah. Roode.
Well, Roode has to be part of it. I mean, really, we've seen the Usos versus the Bar. We've seen the Usos versus New Day. We've seen the Usos versus...
Put Shelton Benjamin in there instead. Do Gable and Benjamin.
But
they were a tag team earlier. Yeah, I guess.
Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable were not as good of a tag team as Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
I guess it works. I guess it's working to some degree. Just, not fully sold on Roode. But yeah, why not?
Be great. No, I was going to say make it a ladder match, but no point. Chad Gable doesn't need a ladder to be good.
He does not. He just needs a headband.
Yeah. Maybe he needs a ladder to be a little bit taller, but that's about it.
Great match. I liked it, man. That match, the Angle this week was special.
It was very special.
Yeah, he made Angle look pretty good.
So what other matches you got here?
All right. So 3 matches. I'm going to go for my third match. This is one that I thought would have been amazing to have at WrestleMania 35. A nice solid number to have a highlight match like this. I figured they teased on it not too long ago either, like a year or two ago. And Jay's going to cheers and drink to this. I would like to see, and I'm going to dig into the legends again, Triple H versus The Rock.
Ooh.
Oh, I think the build-up for this match could be really good. They both cut amazing promos. Right now we see with Batista and Triple H, it's just flat. One of them's there one week, the other one they're not. Batista hasn't had the best... They've been weird promos. I just feel like the energy that those two have with each other... They could put on an amazing show, and I would have been really excited to see it. And they had teased it a year or two ago with the whole Ronda Stephanie thing. It never came to fruition, although maybe next year, who knows. But for me, that would have been call me old school, man. It would have been a match. It would have been a very special match.
It would be so special.
It'd be so special.
You know what? I'm going to go dead wrestlers for my third pick. It's a little gruesome. But I'm going to go dead wrestlers.
Well, not I mean, are they wrestling while they're dead? Or
No. They're like not dead anymore.
Zombies?
Let's see here. Who do we got? Owen Hart is my first pick. Just because, well, it's Owen Hart.
King of Hearts, man.
Who would be my second pick? I'm going to do Owen Hart against somebody who's alive. I would like Owen Hart versus AJ Styles, actually. I think that could be a pretty sweet match.
What?
Yeah.
You can tell Jay's been drinking a bit today, guys.
Dude, think about what they could put off.
But this isn't even a realistic match.
Neither is Shawn Michaels being a wrestler anymore.
Oh, come on. He can wrestle.
Who'd you mention before?
Just his hair.
Who's the Asian girl you mentioned before that's not a wrestler at all anymore?
Bull Nakano. She wrestled a couple years ago. She definitely could come back.
Yeah, so could Owen Hart.
Oh my god. All right, I'm going to cut you off. I got 2 honorable mentions in the back of my mind. One would be I would like to have had that Drew McIntyre versus Cena match and had Cena do the job for Drew McIntyre. I think it would have been the cherry on the cake for Drew's return and build up. They obviously have a lot of steam on him right now, and he's cutting good promos, doing good things. Cena would be great, but Roman is also good. But I just would have liked that Cena match because I don't think it sees Drew beating Roman. And my second one would be Aleister Black versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Oh, that's a great pick. Damn it. You know what? I wasn't prepared for my third. I wasn't prepared for any of these picks, to tell you the truth. You did your homework. I did not. That's a great pick.
That sums up our podcast. So that's about right.
That's a really good pick, actually.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So thank you, Peteopolis, for your awesome question, and I win.
Yeah, you win. All right, moving on. Similar question. D Smooth 210 asks, what 3 matches? He didn't word this properly, so I got to reread this. What 3 matches do you think will appear on the 2-hour pre-show? Since there's apparently going to be 17 matches. And what would you have opening and closing WrestleMania? So it's a 2-parter.
Ooh,
we gotta think who's on the pre-card. I think we can, guess the cruiserweights are gonna be on there.
Cruiserweights will definitely be on the pre-card. And you know what? Believe it or not, who cares if they're on the pre-card on WrestleMania? I mean, it sucks because the seats, people being in the seats, but they're gonna have a fucking awesome match. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I don't care though.
Dude, this is Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy. Now, Tony Nese has worked his ass off for a long time. And Tony Nese.
Who?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't know, but you know what? You will know who. If you saw
Tony's
his
niece?
face,
Who's Tony's niece?
Shut your mouth, fool.
Oh, Tony Storm. It's Tony's niece.
Yeah, it's going to be Tony's niece. Tony Storm.
Beers
Are you
are
finished?
Great. Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
All right. You'll know him if you see his face, but he's good. It's always been Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, Akira Tozawa. So it's good to see this guy get a chance. WrestleMania, he's going to bring it and try to make people know who he is, like you. And
I know who Tony Nese is. He's got stupid hair. He's jacked as fuck, and he's super short.
Yeah, he's the guy with like 45 abs or some shit like that. Good question. So we're gonna have definitely the light cruiserweight match is gonna be on the pre-card.
Yep.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royale.
Good call.
I believe
Good call.
may be on the pre-card.
Yeah, I want to talk about that later.
And if I have to take a third, it's gonna be between the U.S. title match.
Yeah, that's what I had to.
But I feel with the way they've been booking things, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Asuka and defending her championship in that fatal 4 or 5-way match. It's really like an afterthought at this point in time.
You know what? I could see it. I hope you're wrong. I would go with the U.S. title officially. I don't have official picks. But I could see it being SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah, man. The way they've been building it up, it's like they're just going to kind of sneak it in and out, and like... And I think we're going to see some championships change hands at WrestleMania, but you can't have them all change hands. So this will probably be a lower key match. I hope not, though. I really do. I really don't. I really hope Bull Nakano comes through for me.
Owen Hart has a better chance. Part 2. Who do you have opening WrestleMania? Main card at this point.
I would think it would be a tag team match, but I'm seeing tag team matches at this point. Could be the women's tag team match.
Well,
could be. I know we're going to get a tag team match. We're going to have to get one.
I would assume that we're going to see Ricochet and Aleister Black in a tag team match at WrestleMania.
That is going to be one of my picks.
That's my pick.
That will be my pick. Yeah. I think if a match they're putting in, if I'm looking at the card right now, possibly The Miz and Shane McMahon.
I don't think that's a good opener.
I don't either, but I think like, here comes the money.
But they did that with AJ, and that was a good match.
It was a good match and a great opener.
Yeah, it was a great opener because of AJ Styles.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's agree Aleister Black and Ricochet versus whoever it's going to be. I think it's going to be a 3-way, and maybe it'll be a ladders match for the tag team championship because I would love to see Aleister Black.
There's going to be something. There's going to be some gimmicky thing. I think the Raw match is going to be Aleister Black and the Revival, maybe one-on-one.
Okay.
Maybe another team, they're Gable. I don't think so, though. I think it might be one-on-one, the way they're seemingly going. But I feel like the SmackDown one, they're going to be a bunch of tag teams in there, I have a feeling.
They should unify the tag team champions. Anyways, that's a whole other story.
Okay, who's main eventing? Who's main eventing
WrestleMania 35? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to do this? What do you want?
I'm fairly certain this is the year the women are going to do it. So I'm going to have to say Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair.
I definitely think it's still up in the air. I think it's been Ronnie, Becky, and Flair for a really long time. I think it was kind of a no-brainer a few weeks ago. But lately, I'm starting to think that we might see it be Seth and Brock.
Ooh, are you ready to admit that things have been cooling off?
I don't want to say cooling off. We'll talk about that later. Let's just answer the question. I'm going to go with Brock and Seth Rollins, not because Becky's cooling off, just because I think Vince is a piece of shit. And I just see the end
He'll do what he wants in the end, man. He'll do what he wants.
Yeah, I just think that there's going to be more to the story of Brock and Seth than it's going to be less cut and dry.
I don't know, man. I think as far as I believe, Brock Lesnar is being advertised on SmackDown shows after WrestleMania. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, well, no, I think Brock is done. I just think that maybe we're going to see something between, because you got to imagine Roman Reigns is going to get back in that Universal title picture very fucking quickly.
Of course he is. The day after.
Yeah. Or the night of.
He'll be like, I wanted to be the first to congratulate you, brother. Now it's my turn. You know, like something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, I want first shot. And Seth's like, he's going to be like, of course you got first shot. And then hopefully you have somebody coming out and saying, no, you have to earn it. And then he's got to fight Carmella or something, to be number
No,
one.
I see like Seth winning. Roman Reigns coming out, super emotional moment. Everybody's emotional with the return of Roman, and then Roman just turns around, Superman punches Seth, leaves him in the ring.
At WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania.
I don't know if they're going to ruin his moment.
I don't think WWE gives a fuck about moments. Anyways, that's who I think's closing it. You think it's the women for sure?
Yeah, I do. I think they have to, man. It'd be stupid not the backlash they're gonna get. Just do it. Who cares?
You predicted it on our 10 count show like 6 months ago. No, more than that.
Yeah, I said it was gonna be this year, and I think like J-Ro was like, no, not that soon, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, me and J-Ro both said that Vince McMahon had to be dead before that happens.
Yeah, man, it's gonna happen. It might not be this year, but it's they've main evented pay-per-views already. It's simple to do. You can still have Seth and Brock. You can still have Seth and Brock. Seth and Brock go off and have their match. He wins. People are happy, and then as dessert, we get to watch the women's championship match. And as long as it delivers,
you just call
I think
women
we'll be
dessert?
happy. No, I'm talking about the last match being dessert. It could easily be AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels. It could be that's our dessert. It's like you watch Brock and Seth. The match is amazing. Oh, yeah, we're satisfied. Seth wins the championship. Oh, shit, we still have dessert. We still have AJ versus Shawn Michaels. That's what I'm calling it. Relax.
All right.
Relax, Snowflake.
Oh, whoa. Okay, final question. This comes in from Kayfabe Chronicles. What up, brah? And he asks, and I love this question. If they were to bring back the multi-person ladder match at Mania this year, A, which title would it be? And 2, who would be in it?
Oh, that's a really good question. We don't have a ladder match yet either. And
No.
it's funny.
I kind of already answered it.
You kind of already answered it.
Yeah, I would say the Raw Tag Team Championship. Throw heavy machinery in there, even though I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
No, I'd like to see what they could do in a ladder match.
Alistair, Ricochet, the shitty ass Revival, and Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
They'd probably throw the Hardy Boys in there somehow or the other.
Hardy Boys are on SmackDown though.
Oh yeah, you're actually keeping it to brand.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know you're being so organized.
Look who's taking care of the podcast, buddy.
Says the guy who's had like 5 beers already.
No,
it's like what 7 p.m. He's like, yeah, I've had like so many beers.
It's
Dude,
8 o'clock. I left,
and I'm a dad. Leave me alone.
My kids are sleeping. I got fucking kids.
I will wake them up later. Good question. I like it too. We used to have some interesting ladder matches at WrestleMania. It was funny. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine at work, and he was like, every year they have one at WrestleMania, and they stopped. And I was like,
is that your buddy at work's voice?
It is. It's annoying. It's irritating. And I had to basically do my little bit of research, and there was a ladder match, I think, for 3 years, almost 3 years in a row. There wasn't one last year. There was one the year before that, and I think the year before that. But before that, it was like good 10, 11, maybe 12 years since the last ladder match at WrestleMania. So, yeah, it's crazy. I thought they were more frequent. So having a ladder match at WrestleMania would be really cool. I'd be down. Always exciting. They should, J-Bomb and I were talking about how they could have... Did they used to have the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania?
Did.
I don't think
Money
they did.
Bank it was a Mania, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Because when I was looking back at them, I don't know if that was one of the ones I saw. But maybe they did. I have a feeling they did it at WrestleMania too.
It would be a good place for it.
Regardless, yeah, it would be a good place for it. But having the pay-per-view itself, I think, is good enough now for us to look forward to. So that's fine, having it separate. But I would make a ladder match, and I think it would be on a title that we need to, I guess, re-elevate, and that would be for the United States Championship. So I would have it for the U.S. title at WrestleMania. I would have the feud that's kind of been going on. All the guys that have been wrestling around Samoa Joe. So I put Samoa Joe in there. I would also put Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and R-Truth.
Fuck yeah.
Those four have been tearing it up. R-Truth had a very successful year. I think.
What about
he deserves a
Rusev
great
and
WrestleMania
Nakamura?
match. I'm not done. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry. Yeah.
And then I would throw in some extra to even it out to 6. But it wouldn't be either of those guys because I don't care what you have to think. I would put Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, Andrade, R-Truth, and then I would add KO and Sami Zayn to the match.
Ugh.
I think adding those two would be great. They've been in some really good ladder matches. So those
They
two
would be
add.
great.
I haven't seen Rusev in a great ladder match or Nakamura. Nakamura, remember, he was in a ladder match and like he got beat up on the way to the ring and stayed out for most of the match. And I was so excited to see him in a gimmick match and see how he could do, and it was a letdown. So I know what I'm getting with KO. I know what I'm getting with Sami Zayn. Put them in a match. Right now, they don't either of them have a road to WrestleMania. So someone was asking KO on Twitter today, when are we going to get a KO 3 shirt? And he's like, well, I got to get on the WrestleMania card first. So
KO.
yeah.
Oh, I get it. Now, I think the only elevation that the U.S. title will get at WrestleMania in a ladder match is when they actually hoist the title up to hang above the ring.
Shut up. I think it's step 1 of a process, or step 5. It's a bunch of steps because it's going to be an exciting match. People are going to remember it. Be like, U.S. title WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania, you got to keep the momentum going. For sure.
That's what
Absolutely.
they can't do. I mean,
I know.
KO had it after Mania last year, switched to SmackDown, and had his shittiest run in the company.
Yeah, I think that's kind of when the title really fell off. It fell to the shits.
It fell to the shits when John Cena lost it. Let's be honest. It fell to the shits when Rusev lost it at WrestleMania 31. He should have never lost that fucking match.
No,
he came out on a tank.
The guy used to be a monster. So I think even Rusev said on social media, he's like, Kurt Angle, you should have picked me. I would have wrestled against you, brought my tank.
Actually, Kurt Angle Rusev would have been pretty dope.
I mean, over Corbin. I mean, we're gonna get to that because
we'll
it's
get
a huge
into that.
topic this week. U.S. title, but I do like the idea of a tag team ladder match. But it would have to be by my rules that I've talked about in the past, being you hang the tag team titles up there, you climb, you grab a belt, you're gone, you go to the back with your belt, and then the next person who grabs the other belt is your tag team champion partner moving forward.
See, that would be really awesome if they ever if somebody relinquished the tag team titles, and instead of a tournament, or have a tournament where everybody qualifies to get into that match, and then you could have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
2 people that hate each other. That's
Like
probably
you
what they would go for. Yeah, like me and you fucker. All right. Anyways, that's it for the questions, guys. Don't forget,
That's fun.
at WrestleMania weekend, because this is all for the people, this episode, we're going to be live recording on Instagram Live. So check us out on Instagram, @_Talkamania, and we will be providing a vlog, hopefully daily, depending on how drunk we get. But worst case, we're going to have a whole bunch of footage for when we get back, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing it daily. So
We're going to be having a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really stoked.
I know it's like 2 weeks away, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. All right, let's talk NXT TakeOver, man.
I'm
WrestleMania.
looking forward to that. Like that's WrestleMania is my dessert.
There you go. I think it's safe to say NXT TakeOver is 100% going to be the better wrestling show that weekend. I don't think it'll be as big of a spectacle as WrestleMania. I'm for sure looking more forward to WrestleMania just because I've never experienced it. Not that I've been to an NXT TakeOver, but NXT TakeOver is going to be like, we're going to be pulling our hair out. We're going to be looking at each other like, what the fuck just happened? Our wives who have not, well, my wife hasn't really watched NXT at all. She's going to be like, holy shit, why don't they do this on main roster? I'm just really looking forward to it, man. The card is like really shaping up to be something special.
Yeah, it's looking like a really, really nice card. We got the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. We've seen Aleister Black and Ricochet be heavily involved with everything. The WWE are really high in these guys. Ricochet especially, they're putting him in everything. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, live shows. I think he was doing Evolve, but they might have pulled him out. I'm not sure. But he's all over the place, probably to protect him, actually, if they did. But yes, he's exciting, and these guys have definitely been put into position to go for the tag team titles. It's rumored they're going to be wrestling for the Raw tag team titles, so the fact they're going to wrestle for the NXT tag team championship, it's interesting. A lot of question marks to see what's going to happen. Imagine they win both of them in the same weekend.
I think it's just a good opportunity for them to have a really good final goodbye to NXT. They're going to put the War Raiders over, I would assume. And if they don't and they do become champions, that's going to be dope for them to walk in to WrestleMania with that gold around their waist.
Dude, the more they talked about like people coming and going, main roster people that can go down to NXT for a while. I think NXT even sent out a tweet and it was like, hey, Luke Harper, Fandango, and there's like
Tyler Breeze.
There's two other people. Well, Tyler Breeze is already kind of considered still NXT because he's down there sometimes, but like there's a few people they tagged and they were like, what are you doing on Wednesday? And like, so kind of they're teasing at the fact that these wrestlers might come up and go, which I think could be great. And as you're having people come up to the main roster, there's a concern of thinning out the NXT roster. And although there's always going to be amazing talent coming up, it's going to be fun to inject these people here and there. Keeps things fresh. It also lets the WWE wrestlers wrestle maybe a bit more freely in a different style. Have Cesaro go down there and wrestle, guys, you will be impressed. So
I'm impressed with Cesaro main roster, man.
Yeah, for sure. But watch him as NXT stuff or his indie stuff. It's like a whole nother Cesaro. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, but people used to say, oh, Cesaro has no chance. He's not given the opportunity on main card. And I would agree. When he used to be with TJ, maybe. But
I think people want him to be a champion, right? Like well, he has been intercontinental, but they want him to be a world champion, and
they want everybody to be a world champion.
Yeah, that's it. I like Cesaro a lot. I will say though, his weakest attribute is his mic skills, his promos. Not that they're terrible, but they're not good. So
I don't think WWE cares about that. Ronda Rousey's horrible on the mic.
That's true.
Yeah.
We got Pete Dunne versus Walter. I know J Bomb's big time saying, "Who the hell is Walter?"
Who the fuck is Walter?
Pretty sure he's seen this guy. He's a big behemoth that just slaps and chops and throws around people.
I don't get it.
I think this is going to be a spectacle. I guess you could say it. I think it's going to be an interesting match. Pete Dunne's going to give it his all. I think this is going to be the match where Pete Dunne loses his title. To be honest with you,
I agree with you. I think it's a fucking huge mistake. How can you ever have a guy as big as Walter lose after that? Like everybody in NXT UK seems to be, on the smaller side.
Yeah, but they can just run that WWE NXT UK around him for a while. Pete Dunne's going to be going on to better things. He'll come up to the main roster. He'll go on to NXT. I think they wanted to do other stuff with Pete Dunne. He's had that belt a long time. Give it to Walter, build it around him, and taking on opponents for the next year, and I think they could do that. I think it's going to be a cool match to watch.
Yeah, as much as I don't really know anything about Walter, I'm still really excited for this match just because every time I talk about how much I don't get the hype on him on this podcast, people tweet me, people text me going, you're a fucking idiot. You know nothing about wrestling. I fucking hate you. Walter's this shit. So I'm hoping that after the match, I can tell everybody on Twitter he's still a huge piece of shit, and I don't care.
He's a beast. I've been watching a few things and a few spots he's done in matches, and definitely got my interest. So I'll be checking him out, and I'm going in with an open mind for Mr. Walter. We got Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, baby.
2 out of 3 falls, motherfucker. This is gonna be a long match.
This is going to be, obviously, I can imagine this will be the main event. But yeah, it's going to be a great match.
Sorry.
Gargano, I kind of feel like, I almost kind of want Adam Cole to win this match. Just
Me
because,
too.
A, I like Adam Cole. But B, Gargano's story, his journey to that championship was so long. And he was going to finally seemingly win against Ciampa this year at NXT TakeOver. And to have this match with Adam Cole and he wins a vacated championship just doesn't feel like vindication for me. It just doesn't feel like that's the way he should win it. It almost feels like it's kind of like, well, Ciampa's out, so we're kind of gifting it to Gargano, but he just got to have this match with Cole. I don't know. I know Gargano's awesome. People want him to win the title finally. I just don't want it to be this way. So I kind of would like to see Adam Cole win it. And they talked about Undisputed Era, that they're going to have all the titles this year. So this is the perfect way to set that right. And but, dude, it's going to be off the hook.
I'm just excited that we're going to hear Undisputed Era. I'm going to see Adam Cole's entrance. We're going to hear that entire Barclays Center go, baby, and boom. It's just going to be freaking awesome. The thing with Johnny Gargano with me is that I love his matches when they're happening. It's like I don't get excited about him. I don't like. Maybe I don't know what it is. His theme is so bad. Like, has anybody noticed that? Like, it's just so unfitting to his character. I find not that is what defines him, but Johnny Gargano is awesome. I don't agree with you in the sense that I don't care if he has a huge moment winning the title. So I just want Adam Cole to win because I like Adam Cole more. Put it that way.
All right. Simple-minded for a simple man.
Fuck off.
Yeah. All right. We got the Dream Velveteen Dream.
The Dream Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen. Well, I guess I'm not wrong.
No, you're not
Velveteen
wrong.
Dream versus Matt Riddle. So I'm excited for this because I'm always complaining about Matt Riddle not having an opponent that really challenges him or makes him work a different style. He worked with Ono for so long. I want to see this match. I'm super excited. I mean, Velveteen, I can only imagine that he's going to retain the title. Matt Riddle definitely has some WWE learning to do, but I think it's going to be an awesome match nonetheless. Really excited for this one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one too. Velveteen Dream in the house is going to be dope. There's going to be big spots in this. I think it's going to be Matt Riddle's official coming out party.
I think so too.
Yeah, and
if he's going to do it, it's going to be that. It's going to be that night.
And I think Matt Riddle's going to win. I really do. I mean, cool. I just see Velveteen Dream appearing on Raw or SmackDown after Mania.
You know what? That's a valid point. Because I could see that being a call-up, Velveteen Dream. Interesting, my friend.
And I don't know what NXT's going to do after that, man. I mean, you're going to have, let's just say Velveteen Dream's up there. Gargano, I assume, is going to stay down now?
I could see Gargano come. Well, it depends. I guess whoever doesn't win, I could see Gargano maybe losing and coming up. Like, who knows? Maybe because Ciampa's out now, they're going to need to fill that void. And Gargano's been on Raw, and he's been on SmackDown. I could see that making sense. Adam Cole and The Dream weren't even pulled up.
No, I know that. No, but with Gargano, I think that if Ciampa wasn't injured, everything we're seeing with Aleister Black and Ricochet would have been Gargano and Ciampa.
No.
They're DIY.
I think maybe one would have challenged for the Raw titles and one would have challenged for the SmackDown or something.
Oh, God.
And remember, and you know what? Actually, not necessarily, because we know chronologically what's happening in NXT ahead of time, and we knew that Gargano and Ciampa were imploding, and you could tell they were already having Ricochet and Aleister Black be heavy into tag team matches more than when before Ciampa left.
That's a fair
point. I don't necessarily think so, but who knows? A lot of things definitely would have changed. I'm a little bit upset that we don't get to see a Ciampa match. He's great, man. Great villain. So that would have been a great match. But we're getting Gargano and Adam Cole, so I'm not upset about that either. Now, we have our women's championship match. Not necessarily the match we wanted, but they're going to be involved, which is good. And when I say they, because I like both Kairi Sane and Io, but I know you're a big fan of Io now too. But it's going to be a four-way. Shayna, Io, Bianca, and Kairi. So it could be fun. Could be interesting. We'll see what happens.
First of all, women's four-ways are my favorite thing to watch.
We're talking about wrestling here?
Maybe. I'm just happy it's not Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler 1v1 because I don't want to see it again. I'm okay with the Butt Pirates being separated here. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, they're going to actually have to mix it up, which is going to be pretty cool to see. I didn't think about that offhand. And we're going to get to see the Insane Elbow, hopefully. And we're going to see her moonsault.
We're going to see numerous moonsaults. The best thing about this four-way is that we're getting everything that we would see in a tag team with the Butt Pirates being together. And on top of that, we're going to see them do offense on one another. Because they're going to be doing double teams, for sure, within that match.
Yeah.
So
it'll be nice, man. If you guys, I know I was saying it earlier, check out Kairi Hojo, which is what her name used to be, versus Io Shirai. They have some amazing matches, one-on-one. I think one in 2015 specifically. She does two insane elbow drops onto Io's back and then puts on the anchor and just cranks her and folds her in half. It's nasty, man, but really, really good match. And that's the NXT.
We'll save our predictions for... Is next week the last podcast?
No, I think we have another one after that.
Okay.
I think we end on one-on-one.
Okay. Beautiful. So that wraps up NXT TakeOver. Extremely excited for it. I'm assuming they're probably going to have some sort of a pre-show for that, right?
And they'll do a panel.
Yeah. Doors are at 6:15.
They might do a pre-show. They'll have like one or two new people they recently brought in or something. Maybe Mia Yim or something. Like, who knows?
I'd love to see the other two guys from Undisputed Era in a match, though.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be great. Maybe the card's not even done. These are the matches we know of as of now. So we'll see.
All right. Let's go to Raw. Let's go to SmackDown.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we kind of do.
I was excited talking about NXT for a bit there.
Oh, well, if you want to talk about more, let's talk about more.
Well, we got to get through our shit, man. Let's go.
Right. Okay. Raw and SmackDown, it's the road to WrestleMania. I understand that the storylines are kind of set at this point, and there's not much they can do.
I don't know if I believe that, but sure, go ahead.
You know what I mean. We pretty much know the majority of the card, and WWE seems to have an issue with pushing storylines. Like, they're having a hard time getting me interested in all their storylines. I'm interested in a few. Like, I was very hyped. You've been saying that you're not loving the WrestleMania card, and I kept saying, dude, we got Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. That's something to be happy enough about. But this week, especially on Raw, was the first time I got unexcited for the match. Just because it's the exact same build that Brock Lesnar has every pay-per-view that he's involved with. And I think the outcome is going to be different. I do think Seth Rollins is going to win this. But, like, what's the deal, man? Why can't they evolve this past what they're doing?
I just feel like it's copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and that's with Brock Lesnar's feuds, but it's also with many storylines in the WWE. I mean, to have the build up they did, and then also, this week we see Seth Rollins come out. He beats the bloody hell out of Drew McIntyre with the chair. That was dope. But then they move on to the whole, he goes to the ring. Brock antagonizes him, and then when Seth gets in, he runs away. And then he challenges him to come in the ring, and then he will pretend he's going to go into the ring, and then backs off, and then leaves like a coward. We've seen that so many times. Come on, let's see these guys brawl. Brock, remember when Brock, he actually would have some, encounters with some of his foes. And
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, man, let's see some fists. I want to see some accidental blood going off or some shit, man. I don't know, man. And then, to end the night, we have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Epic match. Well, not epic match. It was a great match. Drew, I loved his promo. I like everything that guy's doing right now. And I was happy to see Drew pick up a win against Seth Rollins. Awesome. Cool. But come on, the stupid cheap, I'm going to come down, distract you, turn your back, Claymore kick. Oh my God. Dude, this is something I used to see in the 90s, and they're still doing it every other week. And, or their music comes out and they don't come out and then they turn around, or, it's rinse, repeat storyline. So for me, I'm excited for the match, the battle between Seth and Lesnar for sure. But the storyline, give me something more. Squeeze, Lesnar like a lemon at this time of year. Try to get as much as you can out of him. Get him to do extra stuff. Get him to do something physical. I don't know. It's just, even if they could, I just feel like with these finishes and stuff they're doing, it's just lazy, man.
It's very lazy. You know what? Lesnar doesn't even need to be there for this storyline to be more interesting. I think Seth has kind of dropped the ball on this too. He's just, if you're gonna be the Beast Slayer or whatever you call, he's gonna slay the Beast. Start acting like someone who's gonna slay the Beast, man.
He's too nice. He's too nice. But I was thinking just now in my head while you were talking. I usually try to tune you out, so I had something interesting going. And that epic, one of my favorite Stone Cold moments was that the grocery shopping thing he did with Booker T. Right. Yeah. Hilarious. Awesome. They fought through a whole store. Dude, man, send Seth down to Saskatchewan, to Brock Lesnar's farm. Have them wrestle all along the farm, off the top into a bailiff or into hay, or he uses a pitchfork and he dodges it, and Brock gets on his tractor, but Seth jumps and he does a shooting star press off a barn, or I know it's ridiculous, but you could do.
Sounds like my idea, bro.
But you could do some fun stuff, man. You could do some cool stuff with it. And it would kind of we remember that moment between Stone Cold and Booker T, and I think it could be cool to make more of a modern one of that. You could have fun with it.
Pretty much anything other than what they're doing.
Dude, Brock Lesnar at the end F5s him into a big mud pile where pigs are and stuff. That would be
pile
awesome.
Of shit.
That'd be awesome.
I think anything more than what we're getting. I am excited for a lot of these matchups. I'm excited for a lot of them. Triple H, Batista, I find it's a similar thing. I'm excited for the match. I honestly am. I'm excited.
They're not trying. I feel like they're just not trying with these two.
The promos are terrible. Like any hype.
Triple H's have been good.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Batista's rusty, but like they're really like. It's almost like he arrives at like 7:30 p.m. and they just like throw him in a chair and like say these things, and it's something that he thought of during that day and he thought was cool if it was coming out of his mouth, but it's not that cool the way he delivers it. Like his whole chair this week, it looked like that evil villain from like Inspector Gadget or some shit, except we saw his face. Like I don't know, like it's weird. Well, get out of my office. It's like office, like what? What? You have an office in this building now? And
first off, Batista's not that cool to start. He's just not a cool guy.
This could be cool, man. This could be done well. The way that they had Evolution and him kind of threaten Triple H, the fans were behind Batista. I think if they would have put Triple H as the heel, Batista could have came in and saved Ronda or helped Ronda by bashing Triple H or whatever. They could have moved on to their own thing. Triple H heel, Batista face. I think it could have worked, man. Fans would have got behind it. It's clunky right now.
That could work. I'm not denying it. It's a good point. I also think that just saying that the match is going to happen at WrestleMania, having no promos for it, except for maybe one on the Go Home show, could have done a better trick. Like, I was hyped for this match, and I'm getting less and less hyped every time I see Batista talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what do you want me to say?
I mean, yeah, Triple H is good.
Not engaging.
No, it is not engaging. Triple H is good, but Batista is so bad that it's making Triple H not look good. That's just where I'm at.
I'm there too, man. We're at the same place.
You want to talk about lackluster shit? This week on Raw, Kurt Angle announced his farewell fight at WrestleMania will be against Baron Corbin. And the gasp by the fans. It wasn't a boo. It wasn't a cheer. It was literally like a no fucking way sound. Like, what? Like, I've never heard, 20,000 people in one gasp at such poor, shitty booking. This has got to be a swerve, right? I mean, I'm looking at your face right now. You look totally disgusted.
Well, my face is in my hands, pretty much. Really disappointing. I was reading that was going to be a strong possibility going into Raw, and it's a typical case of the WWE scrambling to find everybody places on the card. Right? We're looking at Asuka's title match. Naomi, Carmella. The Sonya and Mandy. Anybody that needs a spot, they're going to put them in that match. Maybe Lacey's going to be thrown in there too. Who knows?
Battle Royals. Put them in Battle Royals.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. That's lazy too, but at least it's something. Battle Royals can be fun. Anyways, it's just really disappointing for me. I mean, this guy's had so many good matches. Cena, I think, would have made the most logical choice. I'm not even a huge Cena fan, but I think it would have been a great way to send him out. Cena came in, ruthless aggression, they faced off. I think it would have been good. Some people were saying AJ, Samoa, there's lots of good people they could have put him against. Baron Corbin was a lazy choice, and to have Angle go out there and cut a promo to say what they want him to say. Yeah, he's caused me problems since I've been here. He's been a thorn in my side. What a best career moment for me to be at WrestleMania and end my career and make him tap. Shut the fuck up. You don't feel that. His wife didn't feel that. She was tweeting about it too and then had to delete that tweet. Everybody was disappointed about that. Look on social media. It was a hot topic and people were not happy. Now, again, it goes back in my mind to WWE being lazy, and they fully intended to be like, look, they were fighting all year, and when they were managing Raw together. They probably even in their mind wanted this match months and months and months ago. And they were like, that's the obvious partner. And yes, it's an honor for Baron Corbin if that was going to be the chance. And Baron Corbin is an okay heel. I'm not trying to knock him, but this is not how you send him home. I think Rey Mysterio was also another name mentioned. These are all people you could have put him with. But in the end, they're going to go with Corbin. And I think their intention really was to go with Corbin. Now, I'm just hoping that the giant backlash of all this is going to get them to change their mind. Because I also have to imagine Cena is going to be involved one way or the other. So where are they going to put him in this? I'm really hoping that in a perfect world, either they change the match, maybe somebody jumps Corbin or something beforehand, or I think a really suiting ending could be to make Angle look really good to go out, would be have his match against Baron Corbin. We're all booing. We're all really pissed off. And Angle just finishes him off in like 2 minutes. a beatdown, German suplexes, ankle slam, ankle lock, tap out. Crowd's cheering. They're all happy. And then as his music's playing, Cena's music hits, walks out, and they actually have an impromptu match right there. The fans would lose their mind. They'd be super happy. That would be a WrestleMania moment.
That would be a WrestleMania moment. You know what? If they're going to save that match, that is probably the best way to do it. If I could have booked the match myself, obviously I wouldn't have booked Baron Corbin. I think Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania could be a good finisher. They could have had GM versus GM if they would have kept Kurt Angle, sort of in an executive position. I thought we were going to see that a couple months back, but we didn't. But I think what you mentioned is probably the most plausible way they can save this horrible, horrible, horrible booking and storyline.
I'm with you on the Shane McMahon Kurt Angle thing. I can actually get behind that if that was one of the options. I'm not saying it'd be my number one, but I think it would make a little bit more sense. And we wouldn't have this Miz versus Shane match that I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, Miz versus Shane, the Miz came out, looked pissed off on SmackDown. Cut a pretty decent promo, not going to lie. I mean, Miz always delivers. However, no matter how good the Miz is, I still don't give a shit about this story. It's not interesting.
It's for the reality show, man. This is all it is for the WWE. It's all about that Miz and Mrs.
What's crazy, yeah, I know, but it's not even on the WWE Network. That's just so odd. Anyways.
I know. Well, they're going to obviously have their dude. You know, watch. Give it a month, 2 months, however long it takes for it to catch up. It's going to all be on the show. They're going to be following around WrestleMania moments with the daughter, and and cool for them. They're a great family. I think they're cool. They seem like really nice people. So awesome. Yeah. It's just like, it's unfortunate that they eat up a match with it, but
it's lame because on Total Divas, they had tons of heels, and they would still follow them around and have great moments. Like, we're gonna see with Daniel Bryan. Like, I don't know. Anyways, it is what it is. We saw the return of the KO show, the Kevin Owens show on SmackDown. I love Kevin. This is a shitty spot for him to be in. I don't understand why they had to involve him in this, but basically it rolled into...
It goes back to everything I was saying about WrestleMania, them just throwing people in there. They would have had nowhere else for KO to be, so they're like, well, let's have the KO show, and we'll put Becky. Honestly, it was not much. I mean,
it was shit.
He was funny. He made some good commentary.
He was good when he left the ring. When he stepped out of the ring, it was pretty funny.
I know, he was all right. I didn't mind that. I don't mind. I like to watch KO wrestle. I think he's good in the mic, so I was entertained. For that whole segment in general, first of all, I was looking at Charlotte's face. And honestly, beautiful woman. I'm not trying to knock, but like it looks like her face is like she's had work done, and I don't think she needs it because she is naturally, wonderful, beautiful. I'm trying to be delicate here. It's just like I don't know. I don't want women to feel like they need to have that to be beautiful. Like, it was disturbing. That's all I would say. Okay. I'm trying to tiptoe around it. It just made me feel uncomfortable. And I look at pictures of her. I look at pictures of her at NXT, and there was comparisons, and she looks so fresh and.
Yeah, but don't forget, that was quite a while ago.
Yeah,
it was quite a while ago.
You can tell her face is puffy. I mean, it goes down. It goes down after a while, but you can tell she's obviously doing some stuff. And sorry, guys, I'm being a pig. Whatever. Tweet me and yell at me all you want. I don't care.
Who cares, dude? I don't think any women listen to our podcast.
I'm just trying to. I don't want to pull Dave Meltzer here.
Right. Okay, but
Becky.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk on the mic. She sits there. She gets her mic. No promo cut by Becky, but I guess. She lets her actions do all the talking for her. And even that itself was like nobody was really selling anything properly. It was a bit sloppy.
It was sloppy.
I don't know. I honestly, it was literally cooling down for me, man.
Well, here's the thing. All right. Everybody's talking about, it's cooling down. It's cooling down. No, it's boiled over. Okay. It boiled over. Put it that way. The Ronda Rousey thing, it peaked early. The Twitter war, obviously they were told to cool it the fuck down. Now everybody says, oh, don't worry, it's a work, this, that, and the other. Yeah, maybe it's a work, but you got to think that after that comment, after that video that Ronda Rousey released, there has been nothing to follow up with it. So you got to think WWE is like, yo, relax. We got let's fucking cool our jets. There must have been some sort of realism to it, and it's been no.
They are owning you, boy.
Dude, why would they stop?
To mess with you. This is
No,
all work,
they're not that
Everybody's
good.
on board for every
Dude, look how
step.
lazy WWE is. You just explained for half the podcast.
Because we've talked about for ages that they're only able to do one, maybe two storylines at a time. Everything else takes a back seat. Asuka's a perfect example. They're devoting their time to do this one or two maybe angles properly. And I'm not even saying it's proper, but the fact that they're kind of thinking more outside the box on it. Everybody's on the same page. We're going to hear years from now that, we're going to see pictures and videos of them backstage hugging and talking about this whole lead up to WrestleMania. Maybe there was a few toes stepped on along the way, but everybody has their big boy and big girl pants on, and they know what they're doing.
I'm not saying they're not friendly with it. I'm saying that, I'm sure there was some things rubbed the wrong way, like you said, a couple toes stepped on, but I do think that Ronda crossed the line as far as it goes for what she can and cannot say towards WWE and the business. That's what I mean about it. I don't think it's directed at Becky Lynch. I think it's like, watch what the fuck you say. That's right.
I don't know. If they let CM Punk dip his toe in the water years ago, I think now we're at the point where McMahon's like, fuck it, let's do it. For WrestleMania, that will make it seem even more real.
Maybe. But anyways, it's boiled over. It's boiled over. I don't think it's cooled down. I think it's boiled over. I think it's simmering right now. They still have, 2 more Raws before WrestleMania.
Watch it be more or less the same.
I'm hoping that they can do something big going into it. Maybe that's why it's been quiet on Twitter. Maybe they're waiting for it to be closer so that it doesn't boil over again. But I don't think this is how we're going to walk into WrestleMania. I don't think it's cooled down. I think fans need to relax. It's still a really good feud.
Yeah, I think it's still a really good feud, but it's not where it was. It's not where it could be. They aren't giving Becky everything she could have had and should have had.
Yeah,
and I think what she's getting now is still great, but I don't think Charlotte should really be in there, especially at this point. But they could easily right next week have some kind of shit where it's like, okay, you guys were fighting on the KO show. We can't have enough of this. That's it. You guys are going to have a match tonight. And the winner goes to the face, Ronda Rousey. The loser doesn't. And then the crowd's going to be like, oh my God. And there'll be this epic match on SmackDown. Have
Watch
Becky
Charlotte
win. Yeah, I know. Have Becky win. And then Charlotte's like, what? And then the week after, right before it, they make a match, Charlotte versus Asuka. And there you go. Boom. Problem solved. We're all good. We're all square now.
Unless Asuka loses twice.
I don't care at this point. I don't care. I think she needs a better match. Actually, you know
what? I was thinking about that today. I was really thinking about that today. And when Ronda Rousey leaves after WrestleMania, what the hell is Charlotte and Becky going to do for the rest of their careers?
They'll just feud against each other for life.
I mean, they can't. They are never going to be able. They have shit on the rest of the roster.
Dude, don't forget, man. Lacey Evans is the Roman Reigns of the women's division, right?
Who cares?
So
One
that's
person.
what's happening. That's what's happening. She will be our savior. She'll be our savior. What
will the other one do?
Down the ramp just for us.
What will the other one do? Let's say Becky versus Lacey. What does Charlotte do?
You're eating into my sarcasm, man. I don't think she's the savior of the women's division.
I know she's not the savior, but she's going to get the push. She's going to be the next big
I don't
one.
know. It seemed like she was going to have a big match at WrestleMania. It seems like they're kind of stepping back a little bit from that. They haven't even put her in matches. It's so ridiculous. They cannot. She has to wrestle a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to see what she can do. I haven't seen her since a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
A while.
Anyways.
It's a while.
Everybody's saying Becky and Charlotte has cooled off. They say Kofi Kingston is stolen the spotlight. We saw him run a successful gauntlet on SmackDown Live this week, only to be royally fucked by Vince McMahon at the end.
I was going to say not too hard of a word, but maybe not hard enough.
Yeah. I get it. I think it was weird that it was Daniel Bryan who was the final opponent for him. I think it could have been so many more better people. But this is the question.
As a WWE champion, he would have to fight at WrestleMania. I think it's you went through it's like with those video games where like Mega Man, right? You fight all the Mega Men, and then the last boss, you got to fight all the Mega Men again to get to the main Mega Man, and he's the main Mega Man.
But that was a fight at WrestleMania. Like, that was the final Mega Man. It would have been Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. He should have fought somebody else before fighting Daniel Bryan. But listen, this is where I'm getting at. I am sick and tired. This is the third match that Vince McMahon has stuck his stupid face in. And ultimately, we're going to get the match. Like, obviously, Kofi Kingston is going to WrestleMania for the championship.
Dude, everything you're doing right now and saying is exactly what Vince wants. So he's doing his job 100%. You're frustrated.
No, but it's...
Vince, why do you have to come down? We're pro-line. We're going to get the match anyways. We know.
No.
Like, yeah, I know. And he knows we know. But he's going to do it.
I'm talking from a Smarks perspective. It's like, dude, again? You're doing it again?
Dude, he'll probably do it next week. He's not going to probably get the match until like the week before WrestleMania. Or you'll see it. It'll be like, watch. McMahon will come out and be like, at WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. And you know what? That's probably going to be it because Kevin Owens hinted at something, during his KO show. And then everyone's going to be like, boo. And then probably only at WrestleMania itself, they're just going to throw Kofi into the match.
Okay,
like,
I get
it's a triple
that.
threat. And then Kofi might win. I think, honestly, he's a better chance if it's a triple threat to win. But, guys, hang in there, man. Relax. I understand we're all frustrated, and that's part of the journey here.
No. I'm not frustrated that Kofi might not get the match. I know Kofi's getting the match. Like, I knew Becky Lynch was getting the match. The thing is,
we didn't know for sure.
We knew for sure.
We didn't know if it was going to be one-on-one or triple threat. And they soured it with a triple threat. We
knew she was going to WrestleMania.
They could easily sour this one with a triple threat.
Regardless, what I'm saying is that if Vince McMahon is trying to get me to hate him by writing bad storylines, then he's doing his job. If he's trying to make me not like him because he's a heel, he's not doing his job. I don't think like, ooh, that Vince, like that's such a well-written story. Ooh, I hate him. No, I'm sitting there going like, dude, how fucking lazy are you? The same thing with both main events?
For sure. It's definitely lazy. That's a big theme. Old school writing, one last guy, and then Daniel Bryan comes out, and like it would have been really cool if he actually rolled up and beat Daniel Bryan. Then what would have happened after that? But obviously he could only hang in for so long. The match itself, hey, let's talk about the match. The match was good. I liked it. It wasn't like amazing 5-star quality, but I thought it was a pretty cool story. Towards the end, obviously, he was getting a bit tired. The ending with Randy Orton could have been a bit more.
Randy kicked out like 3 times in that three.
No, it was just a sloppy
roll. He was like jabbing that shoulder off the.
And it's funny, it was funny. He went for the RKO, and then I guess Kofi and him had a bit of a miscommunication when doing the roll up.
Stupid. Yeah,
I'm wondering because Randy Orton's he likes to make sure things go well. I wonder if he said anything to Kofi afterwards. I mean, who knows whose fault it was? You can go back and check. But it was funny because Randy Orton's arms could have grabbed the ropes. And you actually see him grabbing the ropes, but with like T-Rex arms. He's like, and he couldn't like get them. And it was like, it could have been done better, right? He could have done went for the RKO. He like jumped in the air, went splat in his back. And then Kofi could just like grab the legs, did like a flip over or a roll up. I don't know, it could have been a little bit better. But whatever. He won. The crowd popped. McMahon screwed him. It's gonna make you tune in next week to see what the fuck's going on and how Vince is gonna screw him next week. I saw a video online. Big E, he's trying to break kayfabe, quote unquote, basically talking about Kofi, how he put in so much in this industry and what he gets back, and how the New Day doesn't necessarily need to be there. And they talked about quitting. So like, obviously they're playing more.
He pulled out more than that. He was like, he said some stuff that was pretty.
Playing the race card?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Now, which makes me think that it is the right time, man. It's the right time.
You don't have a soundbite for that? Oh, I was so excited because like I haven't heard that in so long. It would have been, we are the. Okay. How about we both do it on 3, and then we got the soundbite. 1, 2, 3. We are the nation. Oh, fuck you, man! Like, what the fuck? See, look at that. We just messed up on our podcast. You started after me. Okay, so we'll cut that part out. Okay. If we both say this, we should both say it at the same time because it's echoed. All right, let's cut this part out. Let's it. No, we're not. We are the nation of domination. It's cut. It's not. No, it's not length. But it sounded good on my end. I was making up for it. We're not the nation of domination. Oh man, we're just not built for this nation.
I really want to see a heel turn from Big E and Xavier Woods. I want Kofi to be like kind of keeping a level head because he's still trying to get his place at WrestleMania. I want to see Kofi's WrestleMania moment, and then I want to see the breakup in New Day.
Sure, yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it honestly, because I can't generally believe that Kofi would hang on the title very long if he did have it. So outside of like coming back with a championship belt made of pancakes, that would be my second runner-up in terms of ideas. But I think Big E, some kind of like, because you see them telling him like, let's get out of here, let's quit. This is stupid, and Kofi's like, no, then they'll win and all this stuff, and maybe because he'll be frustrated at Kofi. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason behind why he wants Kofi to. I don't know. There's got to be something. There's many angles that you can go with this, and I think it's really funny that they have this journeyman story, and we haven't seen something like this as long and as brutal as Daniel Bryan when he won the championship. And I think it's so funny to be going through that right now and having Daniel Bryan on the other side of it. So it's interesting. That's definitely for sure. But guys, hang in there. It's been a frustrating ride, but we're gonna get the KofiMania. Oh, I like that. I like that group so much, and it's so hard to bring them back because everybody's so sensitive. So I don't think they can ever come back, to be honest with you, which is a shame. I remember they were talking about when they did that theme song. They were like, "Yeah, they brought us D'Lo Brown who was talking about it. Yeah, they brought me, Farouk, and a bunch of people into a room, and we just had to record. We are the nation of domination, like all day." And yeah, so that's them, folks. And WrestleMania matches. Oh, they're gonna say Leo Rush. Yeah, I would laugh, and it would kind of be like a facepalm / okay, cool moment if like somehow Leo Rush walked out of WrestleMania with the Intercontinental Championship. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Let him walk around with it, be a troll, do whatever he can, whatever. It'd be fun. But yeah, we hear a strong rumor that he will be the Demon at WrestleMania. Now we're 2 weeks out, 2.5. How do you get to WrestleMania and him being the Demon? Is it really against Bobby Lashley? Does Bobby bring out the Demon? Come on, folks. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, we should have been should have been Demon versus Beast for sure at that point in time. But now, like, it has to be somebody out of the blue. It's going to be the IC Championship match. Somebody that we're not expecting. Wyatt, maybe we can bring him back, and they can finally have that match that they didn't have before. Seems like J-Bomb's on par for that because he's drinking to it, having his 7th brew. If you're going to bring him back. But it's going to be hard to see where they go. And then on the point of Braun Strowman, we heard his mystery partner. We were all excited. Maybe Sami Zayn. Maybe he's coming back. No, it's just Strowman. And not saying just Strowman. I mean, he's cool. I get it. I'm trying to help the guy out. Let me help a brother out. But dude, man, with the Saturday Night Live gimmick stuff he's going to have to do at WrestleMania, and then not even really having... Dude, he is the first entrant in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. So first off, there's your winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. I mean, you think they're going to sack him? And they're going to be like, look, man, I feel Andre the Giant is like, sorry, man, we got nothing for you. Here's the Battle Royale, and we'll give you that, and you can win that at least this year. I don't see anybody else. I really think he has to win it, or else, man, It's going to be brutal. I feel bad for Strowman. He's not having good luck when it comes to WrestleMania season, that's for sure. I agree with you, but I also feel like Braun Strowman was the right person to put with Roman Reigns. Yeah, they complement each other very, very well, and I think you could still elevate Braun Strowman to where he needs to be, but he needs to be that prick, man. He needs to. He can't have a heart. There's no room in that chest. It's a big chest. There's no room for a heart in there, man. Your co-host of WrestleMania. So I hear Carmella. Yeah, now I hear Carmella and R-Truth are apparently going to be hosting WrestleMania. So I don't know who's hosting. If they're going to be co-hosting. Everybody, the B team's going to be hosting. You know, I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't know. It's just, and then Elias is now a musical guest. You know, we got all kinds of crazy shit happening, man.
Getting a 4-way women's tag team championship match? Is this like still under heavy rumor?
I don't think it's under heavy rumor. I think it's pretty much confirmed. It's just how big it's going to be and what teams are involved. I think right now, first of all, another lazy finish. The Iconics, one holds the leg down or holds the tights and whatever. Yeah, I get. Okay, you know what? I'll go back and I will take that back. For the Iconics, I think it's the right way for them to be winning matches and working together.
A distraction, but I did like that they
beat Sasha. Oh, they double team pin.
They double team pin, and I think that's very fucking.
Is there anything against double team pinning? I guess so, eh?
It should be.
You have a 4 count or 5 count to get out, so
As long as
yeah.
before two,
Huh. They should take advantage of that. Play with the rules a little bit more. But having Sasha's like the eater of pins. I'm telling you, like she's been pinned by everybody left, right, and center. The match, dude, that match was bad on their end. Lots of slop, lots of botch moves. Sorry, guys.
That Sasha Banks does when they go to throw her in the ring, and she tries to do that like Dean Ambrose little spin on the apron under the bottom rope and then kick them. It is such shit. It is the slowest move ever.
She moves slow though in general. Like
it looks like my game lagged when she did the move. And Chris Rucker, I know you love
he's
Sasha
listening.
Banks, bro.
He's.
I know you were in your car on your way into work on Thursday morning, and I got 2 words for you, Chris Rucker. I got 2 words for you. Suck it. There you go. That's it. Sasha Banks sucks, man.
I'm staying out of this one. I'm going to get back on track and back to point. We're going to have a women's tag team championship match. Iconics are going to be in it. Dude, I mean, you can hate them. They're actually, you know what? I don't like their promos, but this week was a little bit better. They were a little bit more on point. But they're going to be future tag team champions. These belts are made for a team like them. I'm not saying it. No, they are. What? How is that even offensive?
Because they're a shitty tag team.
I just feel like they're gonna get the tag team titles. I think it's
they're like pretty
100%.
much the only real women's tag team in the WWE. To tell you the truth.
Fair enough, and it's more to the point that it suits them a little bit better. But you're gonna have the Iconics. You're gonna have Beth Phoenix and Natalya challenging. I hope these women get their reign or at least win it, even if it's for one night. I think it's a great way to send them both out in the sunset. And then Nia Jax, Tamina, and Sasha Bayley. I don't think we're getting that NXT team unless we see Io and Kairi both lose the match against Shayna, which I feel could be the case with the Fatal 4-Way, and then having them show up as a wild card at WrestleMania.
Double duty. That'd be dope.
It'd be dope, but I think that's too many teams. You're going to have 4 corners, so I don't think having 5 teams would work. So I don't think NXT is going to be involved this time around. But I think that's what it's going to look like. I think it'll probably be announced next week.
All right, let's move out to our final topic. the honorable mentions from around the WWE world or wrestling world in general. AJ Styles got a new puppy, and he signed another contract with WWE.
Who cares that he signed with the WWE, man? He got a little dash hound or duck hound. Little wiener dogs. I can't say
whatever. I don't like dogs. You like dogs?
I don't have a dog, but I'm gonna get a dog one day.
You like dogs? I don't like dogs.
Got dogs. But yeah, AJ Styles signed with the WWE. Pretty cool. Means he's sticking around. No AEW for him, and he's staying in the house that AJ Styles built, at least for now. Maybe he'll go to Raw at the Superstar Shakedown in Montreal. We don't know.
That's cool. My favorite part about it was seeing everybody on Twitter just go, "Oh, I really wanted him in AEW. It's so sad he could have so many good matches in AEW." Blah blah blah.
It's still real to me, man. It's still real to me.
Look, AEW, honestly, I'm fucking annoyed by it. As much as I love everybody in it, and I watch all of the Being the Elite, I watch all of Nightmare Family, Road to Double or Nothing. It's all good, but I hate all the fans.
Yeah, man. That's why, I mean, honestly, you might notice we've been live tweeting a little bit less. We've been tweeting a little bit less in general. It's really tough to be on there, man. Some of you guys are little bitches.
Yeah, fuck you people.
But
Stop
yes,
listening to our podcast.
Yes, I guess if they haven't, they probably turned it off by now. But AJ Styles being back, that's really cool to hear. You know, more matches. Looks like he's going to end his career at the WWE. Pretty exciting news. One thing I want to mention to you. On Talkamania, a big part of our culture, Rusev Day. It's a very important day for Talkamania. Rusev Day. Number one. Russia. Well, I saw on social media this week on WWE, they posted basically WWE's, publicizing or kind of promoting Coca-Cola and their new flavors. And for it, they had Rusev, Lana, and Aiden English as Rusev Day. They were reunited, I guess, for one time only. They had Coca-Cola, and they did the Rusev Day. And, like, it was awesome. And it just made me think, like, dude, they just throw them together. They're all happy. Nothing ever happened. Like, why did you break these guys up in the first place?
Look, if they just put them together and didn't tell us or explain the story, I'm fucking down. I'm down.
It just really frustrates me, man, because like I almost feel like, dude, they were killing it for merchandise, killing it, and I almost feel like they're like, well, we don't want it to overshadow Roman, we don't want it to overshadow this and that, and they put the kibosh on it. It's really stupid. It was the best thing that Rusev had going. It was really good for Lana. It was good for Aiden. Aiden was great. Now he's doing 205, which is still fine. But like, dude, Aiden English was cool. He was fun to have around. He's nothing going for him now. And I feel like, yes, I feel like they could put them together and not say anything and it would work. Dude, maybe WrestleMania? How about we have like some kind of moment where like Elias is playing his concert in the ring? You know? Maybe
so good.
Maybe... Yeah, I think you're ahead of me, but I think he could play a role. Let's say he's in the ring, or there's some kind of angle where Rusev and Nakamura are together right now, where like maybe at the end or something, Nakamura turns on Rusev and starts beating him up, and then Aiden runs out or Aiden's already there and saves him, and then Rusev Day gets reunited at WrestleMania. Imagine that. That would be a WrestleMania moment. Rusev Day reuniting. Oh, come on.
We're giving away WrestleMania moments. It would be a WrestleMania moment for us.
They could make it magical. It really depends on how they do it. Like, they go for a tag team title match, and at the end, Nakamura is just like, can't stand. He's just frustrated. He low blows Rusev, beats him up, and then maybe like shoves Lana, and then Aiden runs down, and Rusev Day, and then everybody in the arena going, Rusev Day. Dude, they could do it. They could do it. Do it, please.
Wishful thinking. I would be down. I would pop.
Rusev Day. That's what Talkamania is all about. And what an awesome note to end on at that.
Oh, you want to end on that note? You don't want to talk about how bad the Total Bellas are doing with their viewership as our final topic of the evening?
Hey, man, you are the Bella lover. Why not talk about their record low viewership?
All right, let's talk about this real quick. Total Divas is quite possibly the best show on cable television. It is so freaking good. I don't care if you hate reality TV, if you are a WWE fan, if you are a wrestling fan, just the little bit of behind the scenes footage that you get when they go to Raw and go to SmackDown. The rest of the show could be fake. Just that little bit of reality of backstage is interesting enough to watch the show. Now, Total Bellas, on the other hand, is such a flaming pile of shit. It is so bad. I've tried to watch it so many times this season. I watched season 1. I watched season 2. Season 1 was hard. Season 2 was okay. This is just horrible shit. It is so bad. It is so bad. When you wrote this note in the production notes, I was so happy to realize you broke the news to me of how poor this is doing. The show is unbearable to watch.
Now, mind you, the viewership was still like 390,000. So, you know what? It's not that much, I guess, if you think about it in hindsight. But yes,
not as good as us,
considering where they used to be. But yes, I'm never a big fan of it. I'm even more not a fan of ending my show talking about the Bellas. So I was trying to sneak out talking about good old Rusev Day. You slipped in the Bellas. I'm not that happy to address it. So we'll talk about Asuka, how awesome she is. She didn't have a match. Asuka number 1. Ichiban. Nobody's ready for Asuka.
I guess that wraps up another episode of Talkamania. We're going to wrap up episode 99 talking about Asuka. Okay, cool. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Twitter machine @_Talkamania, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify. Check out our buddies, The Chair Shot, Full Press Coverage, The Daily Smark, Blog Talk Radio, Bodyslam.net. Be sure to follow our partners, Full Press Wrestling @FPC_wrestling. Buy some motherfucking merch. Wear that shit on WrestleMania weekend. www.prowrestlingtees.com. 25% off all of our merch till the end of March. And if you want to watch us play Apex Legends, and we actually will, no lies, maybe, probably, twitch.tv/Talkamaniacs. On behalf of Talkamania, J-Bomb's out. Say bye, Dez.
Happy Rusev Day.